or ash, your neighbor's eating his couch, and every survival guide you ever read, written by people who thought collapse meant missing a Starbucks order. Welcome to the real end, where water kills you, fire attracts killers, and being nice gets you robbed. You want to survive? Forget the Boy Scout manual. These are the 10 rules no one tells you, the ones that keep you breathing when everything else stops. Let's go. Rule 1. Trust no one, especially groups. You see smoke on the horizon, campfire, people. Your brain screams community, safety. Wrong. Groups in collapse aren't book clubs, they're hierarchies. And you're the bottom, the expendable, the one sent to check if the water's poisoned or the building's trapped. You're the guinea pig with a pulse. Stay solo, stay mobile. If you must join, never sleep first, never eat last, and never, ever tell them where you stashed your supplies. Here's the test. If they ask what you have before they offer you food, you might survive. If they offer you food first and ask questions later, you're being fattened up for something, and it's not friendship. Science says humans are social animals. Collapse says humans are opportunistic predators. Act accordingly. Rule 2. Water kills more than thirst. You find a stream, crystal clear, beautiful. You drink, 3 days later you're shitting your intestines out in a ditch, too weak to stand, too dehydrated to cry. Giardia, cholera,
E. coli. Pick your poison. Boil it. Every single time. No pot? Use a can. No fire? Solar still. Dig a hole, put a container in the center, cover it with plastic, weigh the middle down with a rock. Condensation drips into the cup. Pure, slow, boring, alive. Or find a fast-moving river, filter through cloth, charcoal, sand, layer it like a paranoid cake, then boil anyway. Dirty water is a death sentence on a timer. Clean water is the only currency that matters. Rule 3. Fire is a beacon for everything that wants you dead. Fire keeps you warm. Fire cooks food. Fire also screams, "Hey, soft target over here!" You light a fire at night, you're painting a bullseye on your back. Every scavenger, raider, and desperate idiot within 5 miles sees it. And they're coming. Solution? Cold camps. Eat cold. Sleep cold. Or, if you must, make a Dakota fire hole. Dig 2 pits, connect them underground, burn small, hot, fast. Minimal smoke, minimal light, maximum paranoia. Fire is life. Fire is also a funeral pyre. Choose wisely. Rule 4. Your body is your only real weapon. You think you need a gun, a knife, a crossbow. Sure, great.
Until they jam, break, or someone bigger takes them. Your body can't be stolen, can't run out of ammo. Train it, harden it. Run until your lungs burn. Climb until your hands bleed. Fight dirty. Eyes, throat, groin. No honor, no rules, just survival. Muscle memory beats muscle mass. Speed beats strength. And the willingness to do what others won't, that beats everything. Practice the 2-second rule. If you can't sprint at full speed for 2 seconds from a dead stop, you're already too slow to escape the average human predator. And in collapse, every human is a potential predator. You are the weapon. Everything else is just a tool. Rule 5. Noise is death. You're walking through a dead city. You kick a can. It clatters. Every head within 200 meters turns. Some human, some not. Silence is survival. Learn to move like a ghost. Soft steps, controlled breathing. No talking, no humming, no whistling to calm your nerves. Sound travels. Sound attracts. Sound gets you killed. If you hear something, freeze. If something hears you, run. And if you can't run, fight quiet. A rock to the skull is silent. A scream is a dinner bell.
All right, listen up. We've covered the first 5 rules. If you're still alive to hear this, you're doing something right. But don't get complacent. The easy part's over. Let's continue. Rule 6. Hoard knowledge, not stuff.
You find a bunker, stocked, canned food, batteries, jackpot. 6 months later, it's empty. Now what? Stuff runs out, knowledge doesn't. Learn to forage, learn to trap, learn to identify edible plants, purify water, make fire without matches, treat wounds with moss and honey. Memorize it, practice it. Teach no one unless they've earned it. The rule of one. Learn one new survival skill every week before collapse, because after collapse, every mistake while learning costs you calories, time, or blood you can't afford to lose. Practice now or pay later in screams. A can of beans feeds you once. Knowing how to grow beans feeds you forever. Or until something eats your crops. Then you eat that something. Circle of Life, Post-Apocalypse Edition.
But all that knowledge is useless if the machine carrying your brain breaks down. That brings us to Rule 7. Pain is information, not punishment. Your ankle twists, it swells, it screams. You ignore it. You push through. You're tough. 2 days later, it's infected. You can't walk. You can't run. You're meat. Pain is your body's alarm system. Listen, rest, splint it, ice it with snow or cold water, elevate, compress with cloth or duct tape. No antibiotics? That's the reality. Honey isn't just folklore. Its antimicrobial properties are well documented and can help prevent a simple cut from turning septic. Use it. Use garlic, willow bark for pain. It's not perfect, but it's better than sepsis. Infection kills more people in collapse than violence. A small cut becomes a death sentence in 7 to 10 days without treatment. So carry honey, clean every wound immediately, and check your body daily for the 3 red flags: red streaks, heat, and smell. Toughness doesn't mean ignoring damage. It means fixing it fast and moving smarter. And the most important repair your body does happens when you're unconscious. Rule 8. Sleep is not optional.
No sleep, your brain shuts down. Reaction time drops. Decision-making crumbles. You walk into traps, you trust the wrong people, you die stupid. Studies confirm that severe sleep deprivation impairs memory and concentration as badly as being drunk. Sleep in shifts if you're with someone. Sleep hidden if you're alone. Sleep light. One eye open, hand on your weapon. After 48 hours without sleep, your brain starts micro-sleeping. You black out for 3 to 5 seconds while your eyes are still open, still walking, still holding a weapon, and you won't even know it happened until you wake up dead or surrounded. Exhaustion kills slower than a bullet, but just as dead. Once your body and mind are functioning, you have to manage your spirit. So listen closely to Rule 9. Hope is a resource. Ration it. You hear a rumor, a safe zone, a government camp, rescue. You run toward it. You burn your supplies. You take risks. You arrive. It's a mass grave. Hope is fuel, but false hope is poison. Ration it. Verify everything. Trust nothing you didn't see with your own eyes. Apply the 3-source rule. Never act on information unless you verified it from 3 independent sources who don't know each other. Because in collapse, rumors are weapons, and the best bait is always what you want most desperately to believe. Survive today, plan for tomorrow, but don't bet your life on a fairy tale. Which brings us to the final, hardest truth. The thing that will break you isn't a raider, or starvation, or disease. It's the person you live with every single second. Rule 10, the worst enemy is you. You're starving, you eat something you shouldn't. You're paranoid, you attack an ally. You're desperate, you make noise. You rush, you panic. The collapse doesn't kill you, you kill you. Stay calm, stay sharp, stay ruthless when needed, cautious when smart. Your mind is your greatest asset. It's also your greatest threat. Keep a decision journal. Before every major choice, force yourself to list 3 consequences, because panic makes you stupid, and stupid decisions in collapse don't give you second chances, only shallow graves and cautionary tales. These rules, from hoarding knowledge to mastering your own mind, aren't just a checklist, they're a system designed to keep the animal part of your brain from getting you killed so the human part can live. Master it, or it buries you.
Let's continue with Rule 11. Scent is a signature. Erase it. You haven't showered in weeks. You smell like sweat, smoke, and fear. Congratulations, you're a walking GPS beacon. Humans can smell other humans from 100 meters downwind. Dogs, 2 kilometers. You think you're hidden in that basement? Your scent is screaming your location through every crack and ventilation shaft. So you wash. Cold water when you can. You use ash to scrub your skin. It kills the bacteria, neutralizes the odor. You avoid perfumes, soaps, anything artificial. They don't belong out here, and neither do you if you smell like a department store. Predators, human and animal, hunt by scent first, sound second, sight third. You have to mask your scent with mud, pine needles, or whatever vegetation is local to your environment, because those things belong there. Enviroliteracy.org. And you always approach from downwind, because the nose knows long before the eyes ever see you coming. Transition. A moment of quiet reflection, then sharp again. Which brings us to your habits. Rule 12. Routine is a death pattern. You check the same supply cache on Tuesday. You sleep in the same spot every night. You take the same route to the water source. You just wrote your own obituary. Patterns are predictable, and predictable is ambushable. Someone's watching. Someone's always watching. They learn your schedule. They wait. You show up. You don't leave. You have to randomize everything. Different times, different routes, different shelters. Be chaos. Be unpredictable. Remember the 3-location rule. Never use the same spot more than 3 times in 2 weeks. Rotate sleeping sites, water sources, and scavenging routes. Ambush predators study behavior, and that 4th visit is when they strike. SurvivalLife.com. And you will encounter others, so Rule 13. Barter is warfare. Never show your hand. You meet a trader. He has medicine. You have food. You're desperate. You show him everything you've got. You beg. You negotiate from weakness. He takes it all, leaves you nothing. Or worse, he follows you home.
Never reveal your full inventory. Never show desperation. You trade from a position of strength, even if it's fake. Bring only what you are willing to lose. Hide the rest. And always have a poison pill item, something valuable but rigged, something traceable that you can offer if you're threatened, so when they take it and leave, you can track them back to their camp, or just watch it destroy them from the inside. It's not just the living you have to worry about. Rule 14, temperature kills silently. Respect it. You think you're tough. You can handle the cold. You don't need a jacket. Hypothermia doesn't care about your ego. It shuts you down in stages. Shivering, confusion, loss of coordination, unconsciousness, death. You won't even realize it's happening until you're too stupid to save yourself. So you layer your clothing. You stay dry. Wet clothes are a death sentence. If you sweat, you die. If you freeze, you die. The margin is razor thin. Use the hand test. If you can't make a tight fist or your fingers won't obey your commands, you are already in stage 1 hypothermia. You have about 30 minutes to get warm before your body starts shutting down non-essential systems. Andrew.cmu.edu. And guess what? Your brain is considered non-essential. Which leads to the final paradox. Rule 15. Lone wolves die. Build invisible alliances. You're solo. You trust no one. You think you're smart. You're also exhausted, paranoid, and one twisted ankle away from being coyote food. The psychological toll of total isolation alone can break you, leading to overwhelming anxiety and impaired judgment. Survival isn't about being alone. It's about controlling who knows you exist. Build invisible alliances, people who owe you favors, people you've helped without asking for payment, who remember your face but not your location. Trade information, offer your skills, then disappear before they get comfortable. Be a ghost they're grateful for, not a target they can track. You don't need friends. You need assets. Know the difference. 15 rules. No guarantees. No happy endings. Just a slightly better chance of seeing tomorrow.
The world ended. You didn't yet. Now go survive. Or don't. Natural selection doesn't care.